Where's your devotion? Where's your devotion?
Hi Leo, welcome to Maddie Tarot. I'm Maddie, and today we're going to be doing a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for November 16th through the 30th, 2022. All right, so keep in mind this is a general reading. It may not resonate from front to back for everybody. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. You may need to swap roles throughout the reading. I am just reading energies, so I'm doing my best to decipher a story based on the messages. So I could be talking about you, your person, another individual, or party at any time throughout the reading. Swap roles as necessary, but do not overextend or stretch yourself to make it fit. If it's not your story, it's not your story. And be sure to check your other placements because your messages could be there. I greatly appreciate everybody who has subscribed, liked, left a comment. I am open to feedback, so please leave a comment and let me know how you like. If you're getting something out of the channel. I'm trying some new things, so we've got a new view here. I'm open to suggestions if you guys have any. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me in this journey. This is a passion of mine, and I'm happy to be here. So I've already cleansed the space, cleansed the decks, and pre-shuffled the decks and meditated on the collective conscious of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Alrighty, so what does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know? Let's see, Leo. Messages for Leo. All right, we're going to start with a card for you, Leo. The Nine of Swords. And for Leo's person? Person on Leo's mind. The King of Swords. Past energy for Leo. Past energy in this connection, or between these two. The Two of Wands. And present energy. Present energy. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight of Cups. Present energy is Eight of Cups. Leo's intuition. Intuition for Leo. The Three of Cups. Challenge. Leo's challenge. The High Priest. Or the Hierophant. Advice for Leo. The Ace of... Oh, I'm sorry. The King of Cups. The King of Cups. And person on Leo's mind. How are they feeling? What are they thinking? What's their next move? The Magician. Bias or caution for Leo. Justice. And guidance for Leo. One more. The Five of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Hanged Man. Alrighty. So let's pull a crystal card for you. Jadeite. Jadeite. Alright, so green jadeite is the most common color. This creamy green stone is a symbol of peace and purity. Held to the forehead during meditation, it will bring vivid visions that often contain messages. It can allow you to dream of walking the astral plane. All right, Leo, you've got ambitions, you've got goals, you've got dreams to maintain, to get on, to live. And, based on this, it looks like you are definitely thinking of somebody heavily at this time, and maybe even dreaming about them. We're going to clarify here with the Muse Tarot deck. Let's see. All right, so for your energy, you've got the Nine of Swords over here. So you're constantly thinking about this person, ruminating thoughts in regard to love that you had tried to give them. Knight of Emotions, clarifying that. That possibly they rejected you and walked away. Or maybe you did. I'm getting here that it was them, though. This is so odd, everybody's energy is just, what's going on? Everybody's healing from a very, messy time. It's like that solar eclipse messed us up, huh? Okay, so the King of Swords here, clarified Leo's person's energy. King of Swords, clarified by the Knight of Inspiration, okay. Two of Wands, clarified by Eight of Materials, Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Cups, clarified by the Knight of Materials. All right, so you are very upset at this time about something that you had offered. You offered your cup, you offered love, you tried to romance this person, court them, and it ended with them possibly rejecting or ultimately deciding that they weren't ready or something like that. It's giving here that this person is non-committal. They are emotionally unavailable and not ready. So that is what is definitely playing into this energy that you're feeling at this time. And you're dreaming a lot of this person. This person maybe they were very blunt with you in regard to this, and they are not ready to settle down. I'm getting here that this person didn't. They had interest in you and they wanted to try. However, they weren't ready to receive what you were offering. You were offering a legitimate offer to this person, and they got in their head about it, overthinking. And Knight of Inspiration, they thought it would be limiting on their freedom. So it looks like this person needs to redefine what freedom means to them. But let's see. In the past energy, you've got the Two of Wands. So there was good momentum here. There was an equal give and take. I'm sorry, wait. This is the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, sorry. So there was good momentum here. And there was... It's Leo, you've been through a lot and you've acquired skills along the way, and you opened yourself back up to meet somebody. You met this person maybe, and they just disappointed you again, and you had waited a long time to open yourself up again. Putting one foot in front of the other. You were going slow. You wanted to take this slow, but this person, and you were applying your skills that you had learned in the past, and certain things that you had brought from previous relationships or experiences, and you were applying those things. So it was, you were committed and you were dedicated. You wanted to actually make this work, but it looks like this person, Eight of Cups, walked away. Somebody walked away from this commitment that you were offering them. They just weren't ready. They needed to explore still, I guess. They wanted to find themselves, but you don't find yourself in other people. not to say that you can't go have experiences. Obviously, life experience matters, but yeah, it's giving that this wasn't very fair to you, Leo. Your intuition is telling you that there was some sort of third party. Now, a third party doesn't necessarily mean Queen of Inspiration. A third party doesn't necessarily mean a person. It could be work. They could be really obsessed with work. They could be very much engulfed in their hobbies, or just in casual, like friend encounters, maybe even casual relationships. So this person, your intuition's telling you that you are vibrant, you are radiant, you shine a light that others get a little blinded by, and they don't know what to make of it. I would lean heavily on your friends at this time, and maybe approach love in the way that you have to build a solid friendship underneath. And so maybe turn down the floodlights a bit when you're approaching people. Obviously, dating with intention is very important, but be careful not to overwhelm yourself and others. State what you want, but also be clear that you're not trying to jump right in. A lot of people, they hear people state their needs and they think like, oh gosh, this person wants it all right now. And it's like, if you could just have that conversation where it's like, well, I don't want to rush anything, respectfully. However, this is my intention. So setting intention in dating matters. For those of you that were with this person for a while, it looks like they were unfaithful. For those of you that this is not a new connection, that somebody you just met and then they left, they were being unfaithful and you caught them. And this has really taken a damage to your confidence and your self-esteem. Your challenge right now is commitment, and clarified by the Four of Voices. Your challenge right now is commitment, and you are taking a break with this person. You guys are on a break. For those of you in a long-standing connection, while you kind of weigh out what you are going to do, if you're going to decide to work through this with them, or if you're going to walk away from them and let them go. Your advice here is to regulate your emotions and listen to your heart. Don't let your brain talk you into some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy or negative mindset or belief. So the King of Cups here is regulation of the emotion. The Ten of Pentacles. So this had, your advice here is to go back to the root of what this pain is stemming from. Obviously, if this person was unfaithful, for those of you in a long-standing connection, if this person was unfaithful, obviously that is painful. However, there's something deeper there as well. So first of all, when somebody is unfaithful, that's their insecurity. It has nothing to do with you. So they are insecure and they need the validation. They need the external validation. They couldn't be upfront and communicative and vulnerable enough to tell you that they were feeling uneasy or unsure about the relationship, and they needed the validation. They thought, they are too cowardly to tell you these things. And so it really takes a toll on us, but understand, first of all, not about you. It's 100% about them. And that almost makes it worse, right? Because it's like, how selfish. But my point is that don't let it make you think that you are less than in any way, or that you were lacking. And if this person was really deplorable, maybe they even tried to blame it on you. And just don't listen to them. They are projecting, and they are completely in the wrong. So for those of you that were just seeing this person and then they left, it's like, okay, well, good riddance, because they weren't ready anyway. So you don't want to give your energy to somebody who's not able to meet you in the middle. The person on your mind, what they're thinking, how they're feeling, next move. they're feeling, they're trying to see what way they can get away with this. What way can they get you back? What way can they know they dug themselves into this hole, into this mess. Clarified by the Two of Pentacles, yeah. So, third party situation really, really drained your confidence. But understand that this may not be a person that the third party may not be a person. But either way, the attention is directed toward this, and it is affecting you on a level of self-esteem, self-worth. And again, has nothing to do with you, Leo. So don't take it personal. For those of you who opened yourself up and just met this person and then they left, you dating is hard. You're going to go through, excuse what I'm about to say, but you're going to go through a lot of trash to get to some decent people and then good people. It's like, that's part of dating. So don't let it discourage you that this person wasn't ready. It's one of many people that you could potentially meet. So, shoo them along. Your challenge right now is commitment. So for those of you that this person was temporary, then they left, your challenge right now is finding somebody who is serious and wants to intentionally date. And this situation made you want to go back into resting and not looking. And that's fine. Take the time you need, but don't let it make you put a wall up, and don't let it discourage you. The more you're attempting to date intentionally and find and meet somebody, the more likely you are to get that. For those of you who had this connection already and broke up, the commitment is being tested. And you are on a break with them to determine if you still want this. Your advice, King of Cups, regulation of emotion. This is devotion. Your advice is to devote your energy toward what will fulfill you, and understand that you need to listen to your heart, but have your mind come along with it. So the King of Cups is great at regulating heart and mind energy, heart and brain. The brain advises, but the heart leads. This is also really it's emotionally mature. Being able to talk through your feelings, being able to express yourself, to express love as well. Being vulnerable. The ten of materials here, which is 10 of Pentacles, this stems back to the root. So your advice here is to look at the root of the problem. Look at the root issue. What did this trigger in you? Where did that come from? Why does this button exist to where somebody can press it? And what brings this to the surface? Yes, sure, on the surface, the person maybe was unfaithful, but what does that mean on a deeper level to you? And understand, again, I want to just make it very clear, it's not about you, but it triggered something in you. And so go back to the root and see. And also, again, 10 of Pentacles is a long-standing, long-term commitment. So, you're questioning this at this time. You do love this person, for those of you in this long-term connection. I'm sorry, long exclusive connection that you've been together for a while. You do love this person. For those of you where this person just left, this is talking about regulating the emotional response and understanding the trigger behind it, and understanding that this person is simply the face of that. And actually it has nothing really to do with them. You'll largely get over this person rather quickly once you determine what is going on within you at this time. Your person on your mind, the person you're thinking about. So for those of you who were dating and the person left, this person was manipulative. So, they had a mask on, they switched up, they were juggling things, they were juggling you, treating you like an option. They don't know how to make a choice. It looks like they made their choice to walk away, So again, bye. For those of you who are in the relationship where it broke off, this person, they created this problem. They didn't know how to talk to you. They were very, there's some sort of turmoil going on within them. It's really choppy. Their water's really choppy. And so they don't know how to communicate their upsets. And so that is why they've created this rift between you guys. Your bias here is justice. Yeah, you may want to get some sort of revenge on this person or hope that they get their karma. But really, what I'm getting here is that that's not your job. The scale will be balanced, and what you need to focus on is finding the pain that was incited within you and mending that. And look, 3 of Wands here. So what is meant for you will come to you, and you don't need to even do much for that. You just, make the proper choices that will facilitate you moving toward that. So in regard to this being your bias and caution, you don't need to get karmic retribution. You do not need to do the universe's work. That is handled. Do not worry. All that is dark, it comes to light, and all of our energy gets repaid to us, whether positive or negative, but not necessarily in the same situation. But eventually, it does level out. The field levels out. Just wait for your ships to come in. Your caution here is that you need to do something to offset this pain you felt, and that's just not true, Leo. You need to go inward, and you need to release. Release the feelings of what has happened here. What your guidance is 5 of Wands to address the conflict, and the wands really talk about self a lot, and so I like the 5 of Wands. To me, is internal conflict typically. So again, this caused a storm within you, and your guidance is to really look at that and sit with that shadow, sit with that pain, face the pain. People always put healing. Yeah, look at that, Queen of Voices. You need to set boundaries. You need to be really honest with yourself. You need to get down and cut the crap, essentially. And then at the bottom of the deck here, you got Death. So cutting the crap, essentially, and getting real honest with yourself to have this conversation, to address this internal conflict within. So what was I saying? Oh, people often look at healing as a destination. They think they got to get to somewhere. Once I get here, once I get here, once I get here. Healing is not a destination, and as long as you think it's a destination and treat it like a destination, like you got to get there, like you're for some reason not good enough now, or not able to address things now, or get to the point you need to be at now, that is all false. You do have the ability now. And healing is not a destination, it is an experience, and it washes over us, and it is gradual, and it comes in waves. So, you got to stop running toward the destination, and start looking inward and facing the pain and sitting with the pain. As soon as you do that, the healing washes over you. Healing does not feel comfortable. And a lot of times it feels like we're ruminating in the pain, but it's about addressing the pain. You have to face it, find out what it means. Why did it happen? What was it trying to teach you? How could you avoid this in the future? And the answer is not to cut yourself off from people and to not trust people. No, you need to learn how to facilitate pain, because just like anything else in life, it takes practice. And the more your success lies in your ability to face conflict, pain, ruptures, betrayal, whatever it may be. Face it with strength and tenacity and honesty, and just cut the bull crap type thing. Face it, and then you're able to work through it that way. It's very uncomfortable at first, but your success lies in your ability to face the hardships in life because they're inevitable. And if you just avoid them, they're gonna sweep you off your feet, not in a good way, in one fell swoop when they do come. And you'll be largely unprepared. And so a lot of people just don't realize that. They think that healing, they're like, oh, I want to get away from my triggers. I want to get away from all this stuff. It's like, no, that's avoidance. That's resistance. Healing, it requires accepting and moving toward it and sitting with it, sitting with your shadow parts of yourself, that the pain, and really understanding it. What you don't, at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, or what you've got here on your path forward, the Hanged Man. So taking on a new perspective, releasing something, again, releasing something here with death. Your dreams might be telling you something at this time, but you're going, you felt stagnant. You need to release this, whether it's this person that just came and went, or whether it's this pain that was triggered in this person's infidelity in the relationship that was long-standing. Either way, there's a transformation happening at this time. You're releasing something, and really, it's like where something ends, something new begins. And if we are so focused on one door, we forget the universe is infinite. How dare us, in our limited perception, say, if I want to get to D, I have to do A, B, C. I must do A, B, C to get to D. When that's not true. The universe is infinite. There's so many doors, but if you think you have to do A, B, and C, and that's the only way to get to D, you're only going to see A, B, and C. So let go of those expectations. Let go of your control that that is found when we start ruminating in these thoughts, and not seeing that anything is possible. So what I'm getting here is, in this transformation, be sure to not have tunnel vision on one door, that healing destination, because that's not how it works. Be open to the possibilities and look inward, and you'll see that you have infinite room for expansion. As without, so within. As without, so within. And, I just want to say one more thing. The universe doesn't even know itself. And it is constantly expanding and constantly learning itself. So we're no different. There's never going to be a time in life where you get there and you're like, oh, I know everything about myself and I'm not expanding anymore, and you might feel stagnant at times, which is why the change like this happens. But not even the universe is still expanding, constantly learning itself, experiencing itself, and we are the same, because we are the universe. So you don't need to have it all figured out. We're here to live, to enjoy, and to love. So, get down and dirty in those feelings and really explore them. Look at this. Stop complaining. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a little harsh. Make sure you're not ruminating in negative thought and constantly do you have solutions? It's like, it's okay to address pain, but then are you just like saying, oh, I just this, that, and the other, and negative, and I give up, and and you're just self-deprecating and giving yourself these like a sense of finality in regard to that. Like, avoid that. You don't want to do that. That's not good. Breathing techniques, maybe meditation. Something is very upsetting to you that you need to be calm. Service. I'm getting here with service. I'm getting here that maybe you need to do some busy work that might be able, look at that, create. Maybe you need to do some active service or some sort of busy work or creative outlet in regard to what I said over here about meditation, to facilitate, sometimes people release deep wounds and emotions and pain through an outlet, some sort of medium. So you could maybe do art, or maybe music, or writing, figurative dance, ice skating, roller skating, whatever it is. maybe that is something that you need at this time, and that would help you take your mind and transmute this pain. And at that time, you can start appreciating yourself, getting back to your norm, getting back to who you were before all of this. Let's pull one more. Sabotage. Understand, Leo, that when you entered this situation, whatever limiting belief came out in regard to this disruption happened, you shut down, you got triggered. What limiting belief came out? What was the inner critic telling you at your lowest moment? Whatever it may be. So I'm not good enough. The people always leave. Whatever it may be. Whatever limiting, self-limiting, self-deprecating belief came out here. Understand that that belief is sabotaging your connections, sabotaging your life. Because if you deep down believe something, you are creating it. And it's more than just like, oh, manifestation. Like, yes, it is manifestation. However, check this. Beliefs create your thoughts. So if you believe you're not enough, your thoughts are going to be things like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should. Oh, I'm timid. You're going to feel timid. So beliefs create thoughts, and then thoughts create feelings. So you're going to feel timid. You're going to feel like you shouldn't speak. You're going to feel like you need to hold back. You're going to feel like you can't really trust because it's like, oh, they'll never pick me, and whatever it may be, whatever thought it is. So beliefs create thoughts, create feelings, and then your feelings create your actions. So then you start acting upon whatever you're feeling, and maybe you don't go that extra mile. Maybe you don't speak up in that moment. Maybe you just don't really approach people or facilitate a budding connection that you're really interested in, but you're like, oh, gosh, they could do better, like they're out of my league or whatever. And they see, though, those actions then get reactions, and that person's like, well, Leo's not very interested, I guess, like, or they're very they don't talk a lot, and they're not very vulnerable, and I'm just gonna leave because, like, it doesn't seem like they're ready or confident in this connection proceeding or getting to a deeper commitment. So you see, your beliefs create your thoughts, create your action. I'm sorry, your belief create your thoughts, creates your feelings, creates your actions, and then you get reactions. And those reactions will go back to serve and prove your original belief. And that is what sabotage is. Your unconscious mind has a different set of needs. I feel unworthy. Then your conscious mind, I want love. And the subconscious mind is 95% of our brain. So it's constantly working to get this need met and this belief that it holds deep down. So in that moment when you were really low, whatever your inner critic said, that's where you need to go. That's the root. Where did that come from in your past? And how can you appreciate yourself and shut that down and understand that that's not true? And you do not need to feel that way anymore. And you do not need to continue to create that dynamic. Okay, so Leo, I really hope this helped. That's all I have for you today. Thank you.
Feel like we've reached a crossroads. Ooh, don't you hate them ultimatums? But we need a revelation to save us. Stuck in the moment, it seems. The more I think, the more I don't know. I'm looking for a sign. Where's your devotion?